students versus plastic, because students are everywhere. I mean, around the world,
Everywhere.
even everybody is a student. If they are learning something anywhere, they are
Yes,
student.
this Students versus Plastics campaign, and I'm sure this is going to be one game changer.
That says, and I wanted to show this in the podcast, that no, not plastic, fantastic.
Stage to these people, what matters most is action. So,
Yes.
when you keep the toolkit simple, there are very high chances of the kit being actually translated into real time action on ground, and which is what the whole idea behind this simple and easy to understand toolkit is.
Hello and welcome everyone to Planet versus Plastics podcast series brought to you by Earth the Network India. I'm your host Rumit Walia for this insightful journey into a world free from plastic pollution. Today we have with us Dr. Ruby Makhija, who is founder of Why Waste Wednesdays and also the Earth Day Star, and she's going to talk about an amazing intersections on how you all can contribute to this fight of planet versus plastics. But before we dive in, here's a quick reminder. The views expressed here are for general informational purposes, and we encourage you to do your own research. We're here to spark ideas, inspire change, and navigate the complexities of plastic pollution. Okay, so welcome Dr. Ruby to the Planet Versus podcast, this series that we are doing. And first, why don't you introduce yourself? Because I really and the audience really would like to know how an eye surgeon has become a climate champion.
Huh. That's a whole story, I must say. And thank you very much for having me over, Rumit. So it's a very interesting journey. I just, chose to follow my passion, and here I am now working uh, into a field which I always felt very strongly about. So I'm an ophthalmologist by qualification, but now I've almost kind of given that up, and I am working in the capacity of founder of this NGO called Why Waste Wednesdays Foundation, which is focused on waste management and controlling single-use plastic menace.
Wow.
I'm also the brand ambassador for Municipal Corporation of Delhi and the city level task force member for Municipal Corporation of Delhi. So
Wonderful.
it's all woven around waste management and single use plastic now.
And that's what I love about people like you, how all of you work together with the municipal corporations, the local government body, because all of us have to stick together to solve this plastic crisis. And I remember meeting you in different places, and you always have this bag, Vikalp, that you say, and then it's so amazing. So today the topic is students versus plastics. And many of the people would be thinking, Dr. Ruby, a climate champion working on waste, why on students versus plastics? So that is what my next question would be. Why don't you tell everyone that why student versus plastics and what have we recently launched for them?
Okay, so this is very, very exciting. We've recently, on 31st of January 24, in association with Municipal Corporation of Delhi, Waste Wednesdays, and Earth Day Network India, has launched something called Students versus Plastic Toolkit. And so, why students versus plastic? This is my something coming from my personal experience in my small colony called Navjeevan Vihar. We've achieved a lot of work has been done in the environment conservation, especially waste management and single-use plastic section. And to be very honest, most of it was achieved through the children. So these were the children who are always excited to learn something, do something. So we had long time back, this was around 5.5 6 years back, when we had started this initiative called Sanskar in this colony, whereby we allocated each child 4 households where he used to preach about environment conservation,
No.
and that worked fantastically well. And they used to go in a group. So I realized that, one, that you give a job to the student who's a learner, who is imbibing the knowledge, right? And who's receptive to all the knowledge and resource, and open to action and projects. They take it up. in a different spirit of enthusiasm. Absolutely, it goes to a very, very different level altogether. Secondly, people are more receptive to this population as compared to us, as compared to municipal bodies or NGOs. So that program was hugely successful, and based on that, now in association with Earth Day, we decided, and I remember clearly, if you remember, Rumit, how it just occurred to us, and we were there in one odd meeting where we met one of the officials who was working with the
Yes,
students, and
yes,
it just struck us that, why not upscale that small idea.
yeah,
And so this was, I think, 4 or 5 months back, and
yeah,
we started working towards it. And initially I thought the pace is very slow, but of late it picked up so well. And municipal corporation of Delhi, associating with us meant a lot, because they are the actual stakeholders and people, and urban local body who is actually responsible for handling all of this. They have their networks in place, they have their systems, they have their data in place. So it helped us cover so much, and you've seen that in the last whatever, less than 10 days, we've registered around, I think, if I remember correctly, around 2,500 educational
wow,
institution. Yeah, and that's quite a number. And I still haven't gone through the entire list of number of students which have been enrolled under it, but honestly, I'm sure it's going to go in lakhs. And then we've given each student a task to go and preach about and teach about and educate five different households on plastic, the impact of plastic, why we should be dealing with plastic, how we should be dealing with plastic. And it is so simple to live our lives without a certain, I won't say all, but certain single use plastic items, which are so prevalent in today's time. So now you can multiply that number with 5. So imagine the amount of impact is going to have, and I'm really hopeful in days to come. I'm sure we'll be registering many more educational institutions. We are reaching out to universities, we are reaching out to colleges, the principals, the bodies, and I'm sure it's going to be one showcase, one hugely impactful project that can be replicated. And so simple, we've not done anything which is a rocket science.
yeah,
What we've done in the toolkit, what we've done is just we've just put some facts together, some educative material, some hard hitting kind of nudges, and also very simple ways as to how an individual can kind of make a difference by contributing, by changing a few habits in his lifestyle. So these are so simple things that now when I sit back and think about it, an impact of simple ideas is unimaginable, because
yeah,
simple ideas are so easy to deliver. And apart from this household awareness and sensitization program, we've also put together in the toolkit, and we've left it open to the educational institute to carry out certain activities in the school, and minimum of 5 activities, which could be debate, which could be a street play, which could be a puppet show, which could be a drawing painting competition, or maybe a panel discussion, or a paint a bag, or a
yeah,
pledge, or a signature campaign. So any 5 of such innovative ideas and activities, and these children are capable of bringing to the table such wonderful ideas, and I'm sure to learn and pick up some of the very good practices from these students. And the third arm of this campaign, this students versus plastic toolkit, is plastic collection also. So we'll be encouraging these students to collect plastics, not just from these 5 households, but also from their friends, their neighborhood, their relatives, their own homes, and bring it to the school. And beautifully we've linked it up with the municipal corporation of Delhi's linkages with the recycler, so it will be instantly picked up. All the point of contacts for plastic pickup has have been integrated into the toolkit. The right from the registration process going up to the award ceremony, everything is clearly defined in this, I won't say comprehensive, in a very very user friendly, easy to understand manner in this toolkit. And we've categorically left out a lot of technical jargon, if you think
Yeah.
about it, Rumit, because I really feel that makes it very very boring. Technical stuff, of course it matters, research and the data, of course it matters. But at this stage, to these people, what matters most is action. So
Yes.
when you keep the toolkit simple, there are very high chances of the kit being actually translated into real time action on ground, and which is what the whole idea behind this simple and easy to understand toolkit is. And this students versus plastics campaign, and I'm sure this is going to be one game changer.
Yes. I think it's this intersection. So we are doing this podcast as a series, and we have all these intersections. I mean, recently we did agriculture versus plastic, wetlands versus plastic, youth versus plastic. But I think the most famous that is going to get is this one, students versus plastic, because they students are everywhere. I mean, around the world,
Every
even everybody is a student. If they are learning something anywhere, they are
Yes,
student. And you
yes,
very
yes,
rightly
yes.
mentioned that we have tried to put it as easy as it can be so that everybody understand it. It's not a rocket science. So I have this very very nice bag that says, and I wanted to show this in the podcast, that no, not plastic, fantastic. So as like it's not rocket science, it's just as easy as that. And
Absolutely.
it's amazing when municipal corporation bodies, I mean MCD, Municipal Corporation of Delhi, one of the largest in the world, they are coming together with the civilians, with the schools. That means that all of us are trying to make the plastic pollution less. I mean, the consumption of plastic, let's say, and the single use plastic, which has been banned in several years in India, but still it's not reaching those places. So this adopting the household is a very good method, I think. So people, we will give you the link to the toolkit and you must read it. And if you're in school or college or any educational institute, you must register for it. And I also have this bag. This is one of my favorite, and this is why I wanted to show you that Dr. Ruby, wherever she goes, she give this back to everyone. It can be I mean packed, and it would fit in your pocket, so that you don't have to, I mean, always take a plastic bag or something like that. So as simple methods as that you can try to make this world free from plastic pollution. And because Earth Days 2024 theme is planet versus plastics, so we all need to come together. So my next question, Dr. Ruby, will be that all of this experience, all these years you have been, now this toolkit amazing, your initiative Vikalp is growing. How what message would be that, let's say, instinct, or that would be one thing that all the civilians like you should actually try to get in touch with their local bodies, I mean academic institutions, everybody, so that they can come together and they realize that not just earning money is life, or not just, I mean, going to the jobs or going to teach and everything is not just the life. You need to work together to clean your surroundings and work for the environment, because I believe that we are here on this earth on rent, and the rent that we have to pay is that keep it clean and green. So what would be your, if from your experiences or your wisdom words for the people out there?
So if you ask me, I'll give you two words, and that would, send the message right across. And I truly mean what I say. So these two words are I matter. So it's as simple as that. You know why I matter is because we all keep thinking, what is that I alone can do, so we don't realize the power of that individual. So these are all drops in the ocean, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, ocean is built up from all those drops, right? So if all of us individuals understand I matter, and my actions matter, and every act counts. So I think the problem is sorted. I'm not asking you to give up your lives or your career, and jump into tackling plastic. Just very small changes. And let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. So don't expect yourself to change overnight. Give yourself time, give yourself reminders, repeated consistent reminders. Maybe put it up on your refrigerator with a magnet, those small notes, which so that you remember it, carrying a bag every day, carrying a water bottle every day, carrying a cutlery set, reusable cutlery set every day. And three things, if you ask me, which can actually help us deal with the urban local bodies, the NGOs deal with this big problem is: one, as I said, give up single use plastic, at least the banned items.
Yeah.
The very fact that these items, these 1920 items, have been banned is that we can actually do without them, is actually that there are alternatives, eco alternatives, more environmental friendly alternatives to these 1920 banned items. So you can actually lead your lives without it. Trust me, we've done it in our childhood, my childhood days. Nothing will change, nothing, except that it will become cleaner and greener.
Wow.
Then secondly, I would say segregate your waste. How does segregation help in tackling plastic is because the unsegregated plastic, which is mixed with your food items and other material like sanitary pad or diapers, becomes unfit for recycling. Then we are not able to recycle those plastics also. So segregation is the key to plastic recycling. That's the first step towards collection and recycling of plastic. So keep your waste segregated at home and hand it over in the same manner to your municipal body or to your garbage collector. And the third thing, which is very very impactful change of habit, is say no to littering or spitting.
Yes.
Littering is something, you have a packet of chips, and just when you can carry that packet of chips all the way till the time you actually finish it up, gobble it down, then you might as well keep it, wrap it up, and keep it in your pocket till the time you see the next dustbin, or you reach your car or your home where you can dispose it off in a responsible manner. So, three changes, simple changes that can bring a huge impact is: one, say no to single use plastic as far as possible. Now, in the near future, I don't see a replacement for plastic, but I can very well see a replacement for certain single use plastic items, and we must start here. Secondly, segregate your waste, and third, say no to littering. This will change a lot, and this is all we expect from you all. It is no rocket science. It is just a matter of a behavior change which comes with passage of time, and it is sure to bring about a huge difference. And as I said, I matter. So for every cloth bag which is adopted, you alone are saving 20,000, at least 20,000 plastic bags in your lifetime, which is a huge impact,
Wow.
just of one individual. You can
Yes.
calculate
Yes.
the collective impact, right? And now we are trying to bring all the stakeholders, the governments are working together, with the citizens, with the markets association, residential welfare association, schools, colleges, spiritual bodies, offices. So when all of us are trying our level best, we're coming on one table. Let us come together, and we are, at the end of the day, we're not asking you to conserve the environment. We are asking you to make the environment better so that your children, your grandchildren do not suffer from those horrible diseases.
True.
It's already too late,
Yeah.
but let's start now at least.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I just want to say that I matter, and it's I versus plastic. This is a fight, planet versus plastic, and we need to win this at any cost. And we can do this.
Abs-
You don't have to go together and fight like a huge thing. You just need to fight your habits. And behavioral change is slow, but that is permanent. You can do it. If Dr. Ruby is doing it, a lot of people out there is doing it. I mean, it's easy. All of you can also do it. Just stick to it. And with that, this was from our Earth Day star, Dr. Ruby Makhija. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruby, for accepting the invite and coming for this podcast. Thank you.
It was entirely my pleasure and honor to be here. And I'm sure next time when we meet, I'm sure we'll have some real nice success stories to
Yes.
share with the audience.
Yes. So for the audience, until next time, keep it green, keep it clean, and remember, every day is Earth Day.